Hello, this is our day 4 reflection video, and this is the first time we've done a reflection video for day 4, but we really need to preview what we're going to be covering next week, which is key features, and the first thing that we're going to be looking at in key features is slope. So this preview video is on the 4 different types of slope. Now when we look at these graphs, the way that we can tell what type of slope it is by reading it. But when we talk about reading a graph, it's pretty much the same thing as reading words in a book or on a paper. We read left to right and top to bottom. So, and once again, as before, labeling is hugely important. Labels are our life in math. So if I look at this very first graph, which I'm going to put like a 1 on it, graph 1, I start on the left. So I'm just going to go to the left of this graph where the arrow is, like right here, and like make a little mark. So that's where I'm starting. And I notice that it's going down as it goes towards the right. Remember, left to right, and this one is going down. So I'm going to write that on the screen. If it is going down from left to right, then we say that this has a negative slope. So that's our first type. Now with the second graph, again, if I start on the left side down low, you see it's down here around the -5. Okay, I'm going to mark that. That's not the end point. That's just, where that I first see it on the left side. It's the one on the left. And if I go to the right, it's actually going up as it goes to the right. So I'm going to write down that that's going up. And if it's going up from left to right, then that is a positive slope. So that's our second type of slope. Negative is going down from left to right. Positive is going up from left to right. And they can be very steep or a little bit on the flatter side. Now, number 3 is really a flat horizontal line when you look at it. But again, if I go to the left, way over here on the left side, and then as I go to the right, I actually don't go up or down. I'm just going to go completely flat horizontal like this. So this is a completely flat horizontal line. A line like this has a 0 slope. It is not positive or negative, it's just 0. As in, yes, the number 0. The slope is 0. Okay. The last graph that we're going to look at, graph 4, is also kind of interesting, similar to graph 3. Okay, if you try to go left to right, it doesn't go left to right. It just goes up and down. Like I can start here at the top and it just goes straight down, but it's on the same line the whole way. So this is what we call a vertical line. All it does is go up and down, and it has a different kind of slope. It actually doesn't have a slope that's a number. It has a slope that we say is undefined. There is no number that we can come up with to describe this type of slope. Whereas on the negative slope, it could have a negative slope of 1 over 2, or a negative slope of -3. A positive slope is just a positive number. It could be +4 or +1/2. A 0 slope is just 0, the number 0, but an undefined slope has no number associated with it. We cannot give it a number. It is just undefined. And we will learn more about why that is on the next lesson. But those are the 4 different types of slope. Now I've come across 2 different visuals that sometimes help with that. This first visual deals with skiing, and it says, what would slope dude say? And if you think about someone skiing on a mountain, if you're familiar with that, if say you fall and you drop your ski or your pole and it's higher up, then you have to go back up to get it, and that's very hard. So he's going huff puff because he's going up from left to right, and that is a positive slope. So he says puff puff positive. Once he gets his ski or the pole that he dropped, now he gets to start going back down and skiing down, and that's very nice and fast and easy for him. So he says, oh, nice, because that is a negative slope and it's very easy for him to ski down it. The very flat horizontal, he says This is zero fun because you're basically just slogging, walking along, but it's hard to do that in skis. And then the last one, the up and the down one, is if he like falls directly down, say like off the edge of a cliff or something, and he's screaming, "Oh no, undefined." And yeah, it's a little bit hammy, but it helps to remember. The other one is the slope dude face. And if you look at his eyebrows, this is a positive slope. It's going up. That's why his little eye is represented by the plus sign. Whereas the other eyebrow is a negative, it's going down. And that's why it looks like his eye is winking at you. It's the negative sign. The mouth, the horizontal line, represents the zero. And you can see the two little zeros at the end to help you remember. Those are supposed to be like his little cheeks, but they're done as zeros. And then the one that's sort of hard to remember is the nose, this vertical line. This is the undefined. And some people just say you just have to remember that, or other people, when they draw it, they make this little like area right here because it kind of looks like a part of a U to help you remember that that's undefined.